Do you ever feel like there's a unique blueprint for greatness within you, just waiting to be discovered? What if unlocking your true potential isn't about fitting into someone else's mold, but about mastering the art of personal growth? This video will reveal a framework that helps you identify the path to your own greatness, guiding you on a journey to your most authentic and fulfilling self. Stop chasing someone else's version of greatness. We live in a world saturated with highlight reels and success stories, where gurus and influencers present their achievements as a universal template. It's tempting to believe that if you just follow their 10-step plan or adopt their morning routine, you'll magically arrive at the same destination. But this path often leads to frustration and a sense of inadequacy. Why? Because their greatness is tailored to their unique wiring, their specific circumstances, and their personal journey. Trying to wear someone else's armor in your own battle is a recipe for failure. It's like trying to solve a complex equation using the wrong formula. The effort is immense, but the result is always incorrect. The societal pressure to conform subtly sabotages your unique potential by convincing you that your inherent qualities are not enough. It whispers that you must change, adapt, and mold yourself into a more acceptable, more proven version of success. This constant external pressure creates an internal conflict, pulling you away from the very source of your power, your authenticity. In today's dynamic and ever-changing world, true, sustainable success demands authenticity, not imitation. The market, your relationships, and your personal well-being don't reward a pale copy. They reward the vibrant original. Greatness isn't found by looking outward for a map. It's found by looking inward and drawing your own. The journey toward this authentic greatness is paved with a commitment to continuous growth. Growth is not a passive process, it is an active, intentional pursuit. It's the conscious decision to become a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. This isn't about monumental leaps every single day, but about the consistent, incremental progress that compounds over time into something truly remarkable. Think of it like a master sculptor chipping away at a block of marble. Each tap of the hammer and chisel may seem insignificant on its own, but collectively, they reveal the magnificent form hidden within the stone. Your potential is that raw block of marble, and personal growth is the tool you wield to shape it. Embracing growth means developing a mindset that sees challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities. A failed project isn't a verdict on your capability, it's a lesson in strategy. A difficult conversation isn't a sign of relational doom. It's a chance to practice empathy and communication. This growth mindset is the fertile soil in which the seeds of greatness can take root and flourish. It requires you to step outside your comfort zone, to be vulnerable, and to accept that learning is a lifelong endeavor. The person who stops growing is the person who stops striving for greatness. They become stagnant, trapped by the limitations of their past self. But the person who dedicates themselves to growth is in a constant state of becoming, always expanding their capacity, refining their skills, and moving ever closer to their ultimate potential. This isn't about chasing perfection, which is an illusion, but about pursuing progress, which is always within reach. Your personal growth is the engine that powers your ascent to greatness, turning aspirations into abilities and potential into reality. The key to unlocking this powerful engine of growth lies in decoding your own unique operating system. We are all complex beings with intricate patterns of thought, emotion, and behavior. To achieve greatness, you must become a student of yourself, learning to read the code that governs your actions and reactions. This process goes far beyond superficial personality tests or trendy labels. It's about a deep, honest introspection to identify your core motivators, the fundamental whys that drive you forward. What truly energizes you? What principles are non-negotiable for you? Understanding these drivers is like finding the master key to your own psyche. A crucial part of this decoding process involves analyzing your flow states. These are the magical moments when you are so completely immersed in an activity that time seems to melt away. You feel effortlessly effective, challenged, but not overwhelmed, operating at the peak of your abilities. What are you doing when you enter this state? Who are you with? What problems are you solving? These moments are powerful clues, pointing directly to your innate strengths and passions. They reveal where your natural talents and your deep-seated interests intersect. Furthermore, decoding your personal blueprint requires a thorough reflection on your past triumphs and challenges. Look back at your life's highlight reel and its bloopers. What recurring patterns do you see? In your moments of greatest success, which of your skills were at the forefront? During your most significant struggles, what weaknesses were exposed or what strengths did you discover in overcoming them? This historical data is invaluable. It helps you map the terrain of your inner world, identifying the high ground of your strengths and the valleys where you need to build bridges of improvement. By systematically decoding these elements, your core motivators, your flow states, and the patterns of your past, you begin to assemble a clear, personalized manual for your own growth and greatness. With this decoded information, you are ready to become the champion of your own journey. Being a champion isn't just about winning. It's about embodying the spirit of a winner in every aspect of your life. It means taking absolute ownership of your goals, your actions, and your outcomes. A champion doesn't wait for permission to pursue greatness. They grant it to themselves. They don't blame external circumstances for their setbacks. They analyze their own performance and strategize for the next attempt. This mindset shift is transformative. You move from being a passive passenger in your life to being the active, empowered driver. To be your own champion is to be your own most ardent supporter and your own most constructive critic. It means celebrating your victories, no matter how small, to build momentum and reinforce positive behaviors. It also means holding yourself accountable when you fall short, not with self-flagellation, but with a compassionate yet firm resolve to do better. This internal champion is the voice that cheers you on when you're tired, the coach that pushes you to do one more rep when you want to quit, and the strategist that helps you navigate complex challenges. It's about cultivating an unwavering belief in your own potential, even when no one else can see it. Champions are forged in the fires of adversity. They understand that every setback is a setup for a comeback. They view failure not as an identity, but as an invented data point to be learned from. By adopting this championship mentality, you take control of your narrative. You are no longer defined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to respond. You become the hero of your own story, actively writing each chapter with intention, courage, and a relentless commitment to your personal vision of greatness. The final, indispensable pillar that supports the entire structure of greatness, growth, and championship is discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It is the quiet force that turns your decoded blueprint and your champion mindset into tangible results. While motivation is a fleeting emotion, discipline is a steadfast commitment. It is the choice to do what you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the practice of showing up for yourself day in and day out, especially on the days when it's hardest. Discipline is often misunderstood as a form of punishment or restriction. In reality, it is the ultimate form of self-love and the truest path to freedom. It is the freedom from the tyranny of your moods, the freedom from the chains of bad habits, and the freedom to create the life you truly desire. Think of discipline as the act of training your future self. Every time you choose the workout over the couch, the healthy meal over the junk food, or the focused work session over the mindless scrolling, you are investing in the person you want to become. These are not isolated choices, they are the building blocks of character and the foundation of mastery. Discipline manifests in the small, consistent actions that define your days. It's the discipline to stick to your morning routine, to honor the schedule you set for yourself, and to follow through on your promises. This consistency creates a powerful ripple effect. It builds self-trust, enhances your confidence, and generates unstoppable momentum. Without discipline, even the most brilliant strategy for greatness is merely a collection of good intentions. It is the active, repeated, and focused application of your will that transforms potential into power. It's the steel forged in the fire of daily practice, making you resilient, reliable, and ultimately unstoppable on your path to greatness. Transforming this self-awareness into actionable strategies for your career, relationships, and personal growth is where the real magic happens. Overcoming resistance is a crucial step. You can use practical tips for embracing and leveraging your newfound clarity to build the life you were meant to live.